First off, I'd like to start off with a little bit of a story. So this is Chloe. Chloe's a happy, active, playful 1-year-old who sometimes likes to get into trouble, just like any other kid. One day, when Chloe's mom was taking care of her older brother, Chloe climbed up a laundry hamper, grabbed a detergent capsule, and popped it into her mouth. Hearing a gagging noise, Chloe's mom whipped around and saw her child unconscious on the floor. Chloe was rushed to the emergency department in a coma-like state, unable to breathe by herself. The doctors put a tube down her throat and hooked her up to a mechanical ventilator to help her breathe. A few days go by. Chloe's still a little unconscious, starting to regain a little bit of consciousness, but is growing really uncomfortable with this tube down her throat. Her mother recognizes this and asks one of the healthcare professionals when the tube will come out. She is told the decision will be made after a team consultation, but isn't given any real answer. A few more days go by. Chloe's still on the ventilator and starting to develop signs of pneumonia that will not only increase her length of stay, but leave her more prone to developing other conditions. Mechanical ventilation is a little bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it keeps people alive, but on the other hand, the longer they're on it, the greater the risk of developing other conditions. It is of utmost importance to bring people off the ventilator as quick as possible. Looking at the Paediatric Intensive Care Unit at SickKids Hospital, about half of the children admitted are placed on a mechanical ventilator and are usually left on this ventilator for 11 days. In an effort to decrease its length of stay, SickKids is implementing a spontaneous breathing trial policy that will involve routine daily assessment of a child's ability to have the tube taken out of their mouth and breathe on their own. This will also involve a heavy amount of collaboration between physicians, nurses, and respiratory therapists to make sure this policy works. My research looks at evaluating this policy by comparing changes in time on a ventilator, length of stay in the hospital, reintubation rates, and other patient-important outcomes before and after adoption of this policy. As the interprofessional healthcare team is the ultimate driver of any policy, I am developing a survey to understand the impact that happens to clinical culture by describing what works and what doesn't work. This information will help shape the policy moving forward so that we can bring kids from admitted to extubated to going home as quickly as possible. Thank you.